Hello friends, good morning. Welcome to LeggLife. Happy Sunday. It is I'm very happy to say this, rainy Sunday morning here in Anchorage. It's cloudy and rainy, and the reason that I'm happy to say that is that we need rain in Alaska so bad. The month of June, at least here in Anchorage, was beautiful. We had so many nice days, lots of dry weather, but here's the problem. We're starting to see lots of wildfires spring up around the state. We had one just yesterday north of Anchorage in the Montana Creek area. We actually drove through that area going to the Mount McKinley Wilderness, the Princess Wilderness Lodge, as well as to Denali. It is south of Trapper Creek area, but kind of in that area that a wildfire sprang up yesterday. I think they got it under control, but the rain and a change in weather is very, very needed. It's one of the things with Alaska is that, gosh, we love these beautiful sunny days, but when we have so many of those in a row, it just, for a state that is mostly covered in open, empty land with trees and brush, fires are bad news bears. So, I was glad to wake up this morning, see some clouds, see a little bit of rain. Today is going to be a little bit of a reset day for us. This last week was a really heavy one, really hard one, and a really full one that honestly kind of threw us off all of our routines. So I had something every single day last week. Can't really talk about it, but it was so heavy. This was my third week having it, and it was just like, it was a lot. And then we had a work event one of the evenings last week. Sherri had a work thing this last week. She had to be up at 3 a.m. she got up. That's crazy because it started at 4 a.m., which was 8 a.m. Eastern, and that's when it started. And so this last week, everything was thrown off for us. Keeping up on the house, keeping up with meals. I feel like we ate out for meals almost every meal last week. In fact, I don't know that we made a meal at home. We might have had lunches at home a little bit, or Sherri might have had lunches at home. I was not home at all this last week. So today needs to be a reset day. A day that kind of gets us back on track so that this coming week we get back to our normal routine. So that's exactly what it's going to be. It's going to be shopping. It's going to be meal prep for the week. It's going to be getting an entire menu for dinners. We're going to do everything we can to make sure that this week goes better than last week did. And we thought, you know what, let's pick up the camera and bring you guys along, all for it. And our hope is that today's going to be a productive day, but productive days need to start with coffee. So that's exactly what we are doing first. Good morning, Sherri Beth.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm okay.
Struggling to wake up a little bit today.
A little bit.
It's a groggy morning.
It's a groggy morning. I woke up with a headache. I had a little bit of a clumsy accident last night.
Sherri bonked her head getting into the Jeep, and we still don't know how she did it.
Because I'm 2 feet tall. Like, I don't know how my head even reached.
The whole situation was very confusing.
Like, Adam was gotten the other side at the same time as me, and he heard it hit. And
Oh,
he was
yeah.
like, are you okay?
I was like, how did you do that? You're like, I don't know. Do you feel concussed?
No, I don't. It hurts to touch it, and my head is sort of throbbing.
Maybe that will help.
I'm hoping so.
And I had one piece of sourdough bread left from last weekend when we stopped at Renee's Bakery in Trapper Creek. So I toasted that up, put some sausage on there, cheese on top, just a little breakfast Sammy for me today. As we have our coffee and breakfast, kind of have a to-do list going for the day. Missy cat stuff upstairs, already done. We need to empty Missy's litter trash, which is downstairs, take the trash to the dumpster and recycling. Grocery shopping, laundry, clean fridge, already done this morning. Make lunches for the week, make breakfast sandwiches for the week, sweep kitchen and dining floors, vacuum downstairs and upstairs, organize the living room, grind the coffee for the week, and do the dishes. And I actually think there's a few more things that we want to get done that will get added to that list, but that is at least the list as our pre-coffee brains could come up with. Okay, I'm getting ready to leave the house. I am going grocery shopping first. I was looking at my list of things to do, and I was going to tackle trash first, but then I remembered that whenever I go grocery shopping, especially like a bigger shopping like I feel like I need to do today, there's always a lot of trash from that. There's packaging and boxes and that kind of stuff. So I was like, nope, do shopping first and then trash later so you can get all of that stuff out as well. So that is the plan. I think I can do all of the grocery shopping at 2 stores. Costco first, and then either Fred Meyer or Cars. I need to look at the list and see what is left over. So first, we're going to Costco. I got my rain jacket on because it is raining, a little bit windy as well. And so I stepped out of the house and just like, I got rained on. And I was like, nope, back inside to get my jacket. Now we can go to the Costco. The Costco, we can go to Costco. Not the Costco, that was weird. Oh, Costco, my happy place. All right, I got romaine lettuce. Now I need 3 pounds of garlic. Okay, so here's what we've got so far. Hard-boiled eggs. This was actually really cool. It's Tillamook, the cracker cuts. So it's like the smaller slices of pepper jack, sharp white cheddar, and medium cheddar. It was actually on sale for $7.99. Got grilled chicken strips. Again, got romaine. And of course, the garlic, because I want to roast a bunch of this today when I get home. And the last thing on my list at Costco is a daily multivitamin. We are all out at home, and I'm almost positive they have one here. Perfect. 1 a day women's and 1 a day men's, and they're $4 off. So they were normally $18.99 a bottle, now $14.99. So I think that's everything I need. I also got the bag of fire roasted vegetables. These are my favorite frozen vegetables. I'm going to use those with lunch this week. That was an easy trip to Costco. I expected the worst at Costco today. It is the last weekend day before the 4th of July holiday, which is later this week. And so I thought people would be stocking up, and I expected long lines, and I was in and out super easily. There were no long lines at the registers. And it's 1 o'clock on a Sunday. That was a pleasant surprise. Also, it's weird right now because normally in the summertime when it gets cloudy and rains, it gets cooler. It feels humid almost outside. It feels different than I'm used to it feeling here in Alaska. I'm not mad about it. It's nice that it's still warm. And I'm super glad we are getting the rain that we are. Fred Meyer, last stop before heading back home. Only need a few things here, so this should not take too long. Okay, so I got a few of the things we needed. I got tomatoes, cucumbers. I needed coleslaw, and all they had was this angel hair coleslaw. I've never used it before, but we're making an egg roll in a bowl, and I think that will work. But then I also got some shredded carrots to add to it, so I think that's going to be okay. This is an amazing price, $12.99 a pound for Copper River sockeye salmon fillets, normally $30 a pound. What a great sale. Okay, I'm so curious to know, have any of you guys tried the Dr. Pepper Creamy Coconut? They don't have the zero sugar version here, or else I'd get this. I want to try it so much. Sherri would not like it. I think I would love it. I just got home. Sherri Beth is in the kitchen. You've been cleaning? It looks better. Thank you, love. And I'm laughing because I'm like, what in the world? Lincoln Park. So,
I'm a big fan.
you are a Lincoln Park fan.
I've been since college.
It's so funny because I don't feel like you look at Sherri and it's like, you know what? I bet she likes Lincoln Park. But it's not just Lincoln Park. You actually like a lot of those kind of bands. 12 Stones. Yeah. Who are some other ones that you like? Do you remember names?
I listened to a lot in college.
Yeah? It's so funny. I'm going to turn it down just a little. Okay?
We can just pause it.
Who else?
I would have to look. I have a whole playlist.
What's it called?
I think actually like the college years.
All right, so who are some of them you on your playlist?
It is in fact called the college years.
Uh-huh.
Evanescence.
That's one.
12 Stones, Lincoln Park. Avril Lavigne is in there.
Of course Avril's in there.
Lifehouse.
Okay, that's funny to me though, because Lifehouse does not seem to fit there.
It's not. Well, the thing is, this is like a lot of the stuff that I listened to in college. So like.
Okay, so it's not a genre.
It's not a genre. It's the stuff I listened to on repeat in college. So, Green Day.
Of course.
There's a lot of Green Day in there.
That makes sense. Also, I want to show them. I've not shown them this. I talked to them this morning. By them, I mean you guys. About how much we need rain because of fires. So let me show you guys something. Here's the thing. I love that we're getting rain in Anchorage, but we need it all across the state because a fire popped up like an hour ago is when it started to hit social media. This is right in the town of Denali. In fact, where this video is from I think it's the Black Bear Diner or the Black Bear in Denali. We ate there before. Literally sat on the porch and ate.
Right across the street from our...
Yeah, so it's right across the street from one of the lodges, the lodge we recently stayed in. Look at this. You guys, we ate on that. Look how crazy this is. So, we need rain. We need lots of rain. There are just first responders. There are like fire crews from around Alaska and even around the rest of the country flying up here to battle some of these. It doesn't take much. It takes a spark from a campfire. It takes like a spark from anything. It takes a lightning strike. Anything at all can spark these. And obviously so much of Alaska is like nobody lives there, right? It's very sparse, so they just kind of let it burn. But in a place like Denali, like I just showed you, or in a place near like Montana Creek, where the other fire is, or some of the areas up by Fairbanks that are currently on fire, there are people who live there. There are dwellings that are at risk. And so, yeah, my gosh, this is unfortunately the downside of a beautiful Alaskan summer is that it just can turn so quickly. But I'm home. I'm going to show Sherri the things that I bought. I think I got everything that was on our list. I think I got.
Okay.
So some of the lunches we are going to have this week are going to be salads. That's why I bought the romaine at Costco. I'm going to cut these up and then we use these, honestly, not as often as we should. That keeps the salad fresher longer, which I understand sounds like an infomercial, but they actually do work. So I'm going to cut up some of the romaine, put it in here for salads. We also got some cucumbers cut up for the salad. We're only going to cut up half the cucumber, and then we'll save the rest to cut up either later in the week or to use for other meals. And then we still have 3 heads of the romaine lettuce left we can use for sandwiches or other things. So those are going to go in the fridge. The grilled chicken is cut up. So, Sherri Beth, as far as salads go, typically what happens if we're having salads for lunch the next day is we will assemble them the night before. Mm-hmm. And so we have all of the ingredients ready, so that salad assembly is pretty quick.
Oh no.
Except for this chicken you're throwing on the ground.
Sorry.
Next, it is time to roast some garlic. So I've got about 1.5 pounds of the already peeled garlic cloves in there. I've got a bunch of butter on top. This is going to go in the oven at about 400 degrees, probably 30 to 45 minutes. And basically, it's going to make the house smell amazing. And this will be so delicious when it's done. Well, it's 2:15 and I haven't had lunch yet. So I've got my lunch in the air fryer. I'm going to wait till that's done. And then I'm gonna go eat. And then I will pick you guys up here in just a few minutes when lunch is over and we get back to tackling our tasks for the day. And if you're wondering what is for lunch today, well, I'm basically just like cleaning out the fridge. So I have half of a Philly cheesesteak and half of a grilled cheese sandwich that were left over from earlier this week. Trying to make space in the fridge by eating leftovers. So that's what's for lunch. Progress has been made. This is the last load of clothes that needed to be washed. Those are all washed and dried. I'm gonna go dump those on the bed. I just gathered all the trash and took it down. That was on the list. So that's good. I vacuumed downstairs, so I need to vacuum upstairs. Progress has been made. Once the garlic is done in the oven, then I can start with meals or like lunches for the week. So I actually feel good about where I'm at, especially considering it is only 2:46 p.m. Well, Sherri's putting away one of the loads. And we have a second load. Also, I want to ask a question. Any of you out there plant people? This is a pothos, or pothos, however you say it. And half of it looks pretty great. Over here is a little less than great. What do you think that means? Am I watering it too little? Am I watering it too much? Any idea based on that? But now, we're gonna tackle clothes. All right, the time has come. The house smells like garlic heaven. Let's see. Oh, you guys. Look at that. It looks perfect. You can see Even some of the butter still boiling around there. Delicious. So I'm just gonna give it a nice stir. These are done. Obviously this is hot as could be, so I'm just gonna kind of set this off to the side, let this cool down just a little bit. And another one of the lunches we're gonna have this week are going to be burger patties with cheese and some of those fire roasted veggies from Costco. So burger patties about to go in the broiler. Those fire roasted veggies are now on the stovetop cooking. Burgers are done. Veggies are done. So I put them in bigger containers than like the small ones. So basically these are going to get 2 of the burger patties, and that will be 2 lunches. So one of these will be for 2 days. And the garlic is now put in one of those containers as well. You can see 1.5 pounds of garlic filled that up completely. This is ready to use. And the main reason I put them in the bigger containers, you can see our fridge is packed. Between like all of the salad stuff, other lunch stuff and food stuff we have in there, I just didn't feel like there was room for lots of small containers. So used the bigger ones, and I think it worked pretty well. Meals are made. We are starting the dishwasher so that all of the dishes are done. We're gonna flip that around to clean. And look at that. Even got the kitchen cleaned up after all the cooking. One thing I did not have on my list today was shower, but I'm gonna have to, because you guys, I am sweating like crazy. Just with like the stove going and like the dishwasher going and the dryer was going, and I got the windows open, but it's like super hot. I will be showering later for sure. But I want to show you guys, it is 3:30. Everything on here is done with the exception of one thing, which is making breakfast sandwiches for the week. But I actually do not need to do that because I bought the hard-boiled eggs at Costco. So that's going to be breakfasts. So the entire to-do list is finished. Next project of the night, I need to make more beard oil, and we are going to be organizing my beard oil stuff. So if you remember from our recent Ketchikan vlog where we went to Ketchikan on our cruise, my friend Spring surprised me by redoing my labels for Cache Creek beard oil. And so in her store I got to see like my beard oil with a whole new look, and I was floored. Well, she has actually redone all of the labels for the different scents that I have, and I will have those soon, and I'm going to have them up on the website soon. You guys will be able to get them, but I do need to make and send 24 more bottles down to Woodlands and Ketchikan because you guys have been buying so much of it off of the Woodlands website or right from the store when you visit. Sherri's helping me. She's doing stuff right now back there. So tonight we're going to make 24 bottles of the Woodlands scent to get those down to them. And my beard oil stuff was just, well, let me show you. It was honestly just kind of chaos. Like all of my different packing stuff was just sort of floating and not organized at all. So Sherri's
Fixing that.
Doing what Sherri does and making my life better. Now we're gonna have lots of different stuff. We're gonna have hats, we're gonna have stickers, we're gonna have all sorts of stuff for Cache Creek beard oil. And so I'm trying to organize a little bit better. But making beard oil is the next project. We have our whole science lab here. We've got the essential oils, we've got the scents. Sherri Beth is gonna help me. Thank you, Sherri. You can see down here we've got all of the bottles we need. This is actually 48 bottles. We only need 24, so we're just gonna fill up half of these with the Woodlands scent. Now we've got everything magically mixed up in there, and it's not gonna show up on camera, but Sherri was talking about how it's like,
Shimmery.
it's shimmery, especially once you add the essential oils. Now, the Woodlands blend, which I really love, the only place you can get it is actually at Woodlands. I'm not gonna make that one available to the public. It's their exclusive one. It is like pine, cedarwood, cypress. It just smells like, to me, it smells like a forest in Southeast Alaska. It's
Woodlands,
woodlandsy and mossy, and I just love it so much. Now, pro tip, when smelling beard oil, one of the things that you want to do, and this is how I test it to make sure the scent is right. If you just like open a jar and sniff, it will smell one way. But when you put, and this is the same with like cologne or perfume, when you put it on the skin, it actually smells different. So beard oil on the beard or in like on the skin is going to smell different. So what I do after I get this all mixed up is I dip my finger in and I put some just right here on my wrist. And I just kind of smell a little bit of what it's like on the skin, because that's more true to what it will smell like on you. And another thing, sorry, I'm nerding out on beard oil because I just love this so much. A lot of people don't know this, that beard oil isn't just for like the hair. It's not just for like your beard to be nice and soft, which it is, but it's really for the skin underneath. It's one of the things I hear a lot from guys who are trying to grow beards is how they get to a point and it's just so itchy. Part of that is because your skin underneath is going through like a big change with a beard coming in, and the itchiness tells me that it's probably not really well cared for. So when you're putting on beard oil, don't just like pet your beard. I see guys do that and it's like just like on the outside. That's not really what it's supposed to be for. You want to like get in there. I mean like get all in there. Get it on the skin.
Like shampoo.
It's like shampoo.
You know, scrub your face like you scrub your scalp.
Get it all throughout. That is really what beard oil is for. So I've got my little, I feel like a witch when I do this. I got like my magic potion.
A cauldron.
Oh my God, I need a beard cauldron.
You need a beard cauldron.
You guys, I need a beard cauldron.
We can make that happen. Really.
Okay, so the scent feels right, smells right. So now we're gonna get this bottled up. All right, here's our 13th bottle that we are filling. So I just have a little funnel here on top, and then I have my phone light on so I can see when it fills up to the full spot of the bottle. And then Sherri puts the little stopper in. Looky there, 24 bottles of Woodlands beard oil made. Now, next step in the process is to wash every single bottle. We do our best to try to not get oil on the outside, but there's always just like a little bit random drops and stuff. So what we do is we have hot water here with soap, and so we just kind of dunk the bottles in there, wash all the oil off, and then we rinse in this sink. And then we set over here on this towel to dry. And then after they're dried, we will just give them like one more wipe down. And I will cinch the cap, make sure it's super tight before we start putting them in a box for mailing. And just like that, 24 bottles of beard oil ready to be shipped to Ketchikan, Alaska. All right, we're heading to the post office to drop off the box. We do have a post office here in Anchorage that's out by the airport that is open 7 days a week. And I've got to tell you, a 7-day-a-week post office, it's not, I don't think it's open 24 hours a day. It used to be. I feel like now they might close. I'll let you know when we get there. But it is convenient for stuff like this, when you finish a project on the weekend and you can instantly get it in the mail. And then when we get home, we're gonna make dinner. And for dinner tonight, we're having pelmenis, the little Russian dumplings. But we're not going to the pelmeni place in Anchorage. We're actually gonna make them here at home using cilantro from our garden that we planted. So I'll show you guys how all of that stuff is doing. And I'm so excited. I cannot wait for dinner. But first, to the post office. Here we are, the post office at the airport. And you can see, look at that. The lobby's open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 11, and then weekends, 9 a.m. to 11 p.m. So nice. And you guys, look at this. It was rainy and cloudy earlier. Now, blue skies and sunshine. Although I do want to give you an update on that Denali Fire we shared the video of earlier where we showed you. So I think when we showed you earlier, it was about 20 acres. It was just shortly after it had started. And about an hour ago, they had updated it that is now up to 350 acres. So it's growing super quick, which is not good. Hopefully they get it under contained, or hopefully they get it contained soon. I do know that today was like a beautiful sunny day in Denali, so they did not get the rain that we got. Hopefully they get it soon, and that will help the people who are fighting the fire. All right, I'm home. Sherri Beth, are you excited for dinner?
Yes.
So here's what we have for pelmeni. We've got the pelmenis. Bought these from the Eastern European grocery store here in town, frozen, so they just need to be boiled. We've got butter we're gonna melt. We've got curry powder, the sriracha red wine vinegar. I'm actually gonna make a mixture of that, and then sour cream, and I got a loaf of the dark rye bread to kind of sop up all of the vinegar, butter, sour cream mixture that's left.
Yeah, he texted me from the store. He's like, should I get some rye bread? And I was like,
But there's only one ingredient we are missing. What is it?
cilantro.
Cilantro. So we planted some cilantro a couple weeks ago, and it was cilantro, basil, and chives. We have not harvested anything from our little herb barrel.
Nope.
Tonight's the first night.
Yep.
Let's go do it. And as we head outside, you can see we've got water on the stove getting ready to boil. I'm going to grab some skizzers to go cut the cilantro. You guys, look at this. Our basil is in just days gone crazy. Probably need to trim some of that actually. I'll cut some of that kind of down there at the point right above that, like right in there. But look at our cilantro. We have so much of it. The chives look good. Everything we planted is growing perfectly. There's our fresh cilantro. Got that. We're going to chop it up and cut this basil. It smells
Very fresh.
amazing.
Cilantro smells really good.
Do you like the smell of cilantro or basil better?
Cilantro.
Really?
Not a huge basil fan
Well,
in general.
you can pack your stuff and get out. Basil is my absolute favorite.
Yeah.
Like, give me a pizza with just cheese and basil. Give me a pasta sauce, basil heavy.
I feel like we've had this basil discussion like 4 times in the last month or so, and you keep asking.
It's because I refuse to believe that you would choose to not like basil.
I'm sorry.
It's alright, just pray about being better.
Alright.
Got the mixture done. We tested it a few times to make sure the ratio was right. And Sherri is not a huge spicy fan.
But this is good.
It is good.
That's also why I need sour cream.
Because the sour cream kind of cuts the spice.
Yeah.
I absolutely, like every time we go to Pelmani, either, well, wherever we go, here in Anchorage, Juneau, Sitka, I always ask for extra of this. Because I just love the spiciness that adds to it. And we have a visitor who came in here with us. It was funny. She like came in, stood by Sherri, and then she just like laid down.
Yeah.
She normally does not lay down on the tile floor. So, alright, I guess she just wants to be near us.
It's probably cooler too.
Oh, it probably is cooler.
Pelmani has been added to the water.
We brought the water to a boil, and obviously the water cooled down when we added them in there because they're frozen. These need 5 to 7 minutes, so we've got 7 minutes, and then we'll see when they're done. Timer just went off. All of our dumplings are floating, so I think we're pretty darn good to go. There is Sherri's bowl. So there's not necessarily an order of things that the way it has to go, but melted butter first. Now a little bit of curry powder. We don't have the shaker lid on that one, so just be a little bit careful. And then you can kind of do that to taste, you know, whatever you like.
I like a little bit more.
You do like a little bit more. There's that. Then you can do your drizzle of sriracha vinegar. Oh my goodness. I love going to get Pelmani. Like, it's one of my favorite things. Being downtown, I just absolutely love it, love it, love it. But being able to make it at home is pretty darn nice as well.
Yeah. And it's pretty close.
It is pretty close. It's not quite as good, but it is pretty darn close. Look at that. You got some sour cream. You got some cilantro left. You really love the sour cream because it cuts some of the heat. Did you just drop sour cream on the floor?
Yes, it is.
Missy.
She looked up like, what?
Also, looks like you spelled something on there, but I'm not sure what. And just like that, Pelmani at home. Oh, all right, now it's my turn. Dinner is done. Dishes are in the sink. We've got some beard oil dishes as well. So I am going to empty the dishwasher, put this stuff away, load it up so that we can go to bed with a clean kitchen. Dishwasher is loaded. So now we're going to start it for the second time today, and it's still unclean. So you guys, look at that. The goal today was a reset before we head into the new week. And I can honestly say, I think it was a success.
It's only 8 o'clock. I mean, granted, I still have to edit this vlog, but I feel like we got a lot done today. And it was stuff that I wanted to get done because I feel the week ahead feels easier. And after a hard week last week, it's nice to go into a new week feeling caught up, feeling ahead, feeling like you are ready for the week. Just came upstairs. Sherri Beth is watching Queer Eye, one of our favorite shows. How was your Sunday?
It was okay.
How's your head feeling?
Better. I was just gonna say I wish I had felt better and been able to help out a little bit more today.
But it all got done. And you got to rest a little bit, and you're feeling better.
I am feeling better.
That's the goal, because if you were feeling crappy going into a Monday, that would be terrible.
It's kind of rough.
Even though it is a short week.
It is a short week.
Which is very nice.
Yeah.
And that is where we're going to end the vlog. I'm going to get this video edited and posted for you guys so that I can go to bed at a reasonable time. Like I said downstairs, today was exactly what I wanted today to be. I feel like everything that I wanted to get done got done, which is great. My plan, if I can get this video edited, is I actually want to go downstairs while Sherri's watching the show and read my book. If you guys remember, I bought the Rick Rubin book on creativity when we were in Ketchikan on our cruise.
And you're all close to finishing.
And I am so close to finishing it. It's been such an amazing book, but it's one of those books that I've kind of been reading one like bite at a time. I just I'll sit down and I'll take 10, 15, 20 minutes and just kind of consume that amount. But I think if I take 20 minutes, I can finish it tonight, which is awesome. So I'm going to get this video edited. I'm going to go read, finish another book. You guys, thanks for hanging out with us. Again, I know we missed a couple videos last week, but it was just, it was a heavy week in a lot of ways.
A lot of different ways, yeah.
And it was nice to not even have to think about making a video, honestly. And so thanks for the space you guys give us. Thanks for the fact that you guys understand when life happens and when we don't get to do this. So it means the world to us that you guys support us in that way. Friends, we love you. And we will see you on the next LeggLife video.